Here we are at Mountain Brook Junior High School, a Thursday evening. Back in Mountain Brook as the Spartans welcome the Homewood Patriots. This the 8th grade boys team, and the Spartans started off the tip from Bo Hubbard. And now the Spartans, Peyton Haley, takes it towards the Homewood goal. Jack Royer alongside Mike Royer for today's broadcast of the Mountain Brook Sports Net. We'll open things up with a three-pointer that is good from Peyton Haley, a good way to start the game.
Best thing about being unemployed, Jack, is being able to be with you and watch a good junior high game. A steal by Mountain Brook.
Spartans tried to put it up for two, but Edward Reed drew the foul instead. He'll go to the line with 2 shots. Dad, good to have you with us. And
thanks.
Good to have someone that loves basketball, knows basketball, and back in a place that was familiar to us for a few years.
You've heard me say it so many times, from Indiana, you're required to like basketball.
That's right.
I not only like it, it's my favorite sport at any level. It's fun to watch these young kids play.
Edward Reed starts off his first shot. It falls through to add a point onto the Spartans' 3-point lead. That's 4-0 Mountain Brook with 5:37 to go in the first. 2 for 2. Edward Reed from the line so far, and the Homewood Patriots will try to put up their first points of the day. I know you remember playing at this age. I never played basketball, but Coach Morrow was, of course, the coach here when I was in school at the junior high. Good memories of his teams that were always solid as well.
It's at these ages where you can really start to see the athletes and who's probably going to be playing for Bucky up at the high school in a few years.
Homewood trying to score their first points. A 3-point attempt from number 35. And Pate Owen can't get it done. The Spartans will try it one more time. A steal from the Patriots. And a nice layup from Marcelo Nani. Two points for the Spartans, 52, Bo Hubbard. You'd know his brother's name, Douglas, played football for the Spartans for a few years, and Bo's grown up a bit, as you can tell.
Bo was still moving when number 23 drove in on him there, so he gets called for the blocking foul.
That will send the Patriots to the line. In fact, it's J.P. McMullen with 2 shots.
A little surprised by the size of these kids. There's a couple kids out there that are 6'2", 6'3".
8th graders often vary like that. Easy to forget about, but yeah, there are some tall kids out there for both teams.
It's also an age where kids stop getting nervous during basketball and just kind of rely on their skills at this age, 8th and 9th grade. When they can do that, they can enjoy the game and be better players too. 2
shots for the Patriots makes it 7-4 Spartans. This the first game of a doubleheader tonight. After this, the 7th grade boys will play in this gym and take it into the wrong side of the court, so that's a turnover, and the Patriots will get the ball.
Obviously over and back, pass got away there, and Mountain Brook had nothing to do but pick it up, and whistle sounded, and that's a turnover against Mountain Brook. But they're up 7-4.
Not quite sure, and I don't want to guess at how long Coach Henricks has been the head coach of the Mountain Brook boys, but at least a decade, we can almost say for certain. And tonight, the head coach of this 8th grade team is yet to leave the bench, but plenty vocal and emotional coaching from the bench for the Spartans so far.
Traveling call on Homewood, turnover, ball goes back to the Spartans. I don't know how much influence the high school coaches have on the junior high or how much they talk, but you can see some similarities in the sticky defense these kids are playing, full court zone or full court man-to-man press. That's just what they do at the high school every time.
I'm always amazed. The pace of play seems to be pretty consistent with Coach McMillan at the high school. These guys are playing fast and physical.
That should be over and back, and it is.
Now the Spartans will get this one.
Now, Bucky at the high school substitutes constantly.
Sure.
There's hardly ever not a Mountain Brook player at the bench ready to come in. I don't know if they have that luxury at the junior high, but you can play fast pace as hard as you can go full time if you can get a blow once in a while.
Sam Griggs checks in for the Patriots as Andrew Fleming inbounds to Peyton Haley, and the Spartans back on offense with a comfortable 3-point lead early. Driving but knocked away. They'll say it'll remain Spartan ball. No substitutions in this game except for 1 substitution by the Patriots, but that's all in some 2 minutes and 5 seconds of play. Here's Bo Hubbard trying to get the layup, but he'll have to throw it back outside.
Oops.
2 points for the Spartans. Say thank you to Peyton Haley for that one. Now the fast break offense there for the Patriots. That basket scored by Sam Griggs again.
Homewood not afraid to run, too. They got that one down court quickly.
Back and forth. We watched some girls basketball in this gym a week ago, and the difference in the pace of play at this age, that catches up and evens out a bit as you get older, of course. But,
yep, really does.
At this point in 8th grade, these boys playing hard against each other today.
That looked just like
attempt.
That looked just like the high school.
Bottom for Holt, Wyszynski.
Drive the lane, flip it to the wide open man in the corner. I think
stepped out of bounds with it, I believe.
Yeah, he stepped into the court before he threw the ball in, so a line violation against Homewood. Mountain Brook up 12-6, 3:03 to go in the first period.
Now Wyszynski will inbound it after draining a beautiful three-pointer from the corner a moment ago. Into Logan Brewer. Bo Hubbard has it underneath the goal and swatted away.
Nice block.
That was Alex Roy. Got to give him credit for not just jumping at the first shot they see, but then that happens and the Spartans try to take it away, and I believe the Spartans draw the foul.
No, the Homewood kid got a foul. The ball, that happens so often, ball stolen away from him, and he just couldn't stand that and wanted to get it back, and he reached in. And if you reach inside the ball, even if you don't touch the kid, you're going to get called for a foul.
Wholesale substitutions for the Spartans. Some new guys checking in. Logan Brewer is into the game. He'll take the inbound from Carter Sabera. Also on the floor, Cade Worthen for the first time today. And we'll call the rest of the names as we see them. Will Yarbrough also into the game as well. Kate Worthen not wasting any time. 2 points. It's 14-6 Spartans. Homewood will try their first three of the day and just off the mark.
There's a long one.
Answer from the Spartans, no good. They won't give up yet. Back and forth, as these games tend to be at this age especially. 2 points for the Patriots as that one ends up. Pate Owen scores 2 for the Patriots as Homewood calls a timeout. So the first timeout of the day, the first 5 or so minutes of play, 4 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact, and 14-8 Spartans, a good start for Mountain Brook against a tough Metro South opponent.
They're playing a fast pace, both teams not afraid to run. I was wondering if Homewood has any three-point shooters. That's the first 3 they attempted a moment ago. Mountain Brook, if I recall correctly, has at least 2 threes so far. If Homewood runs like Mountain Brook, they don't look like they defend quite as well as the Mountain Brook boys, but that may change during the game. And we'll find out if they've got a couple of three-point shooters. That makes such a difference in the game these days. If you've got a couple of people that can drain a three, you can keep it close or make a pretty quick comeback as well.
Coach Henrichs, of course, a veteran coach, as we mentioned. He, though, intense. You can ask anyone that's played for him, whether it's tennis, whether it's basketball, or the many things that he has coached over the years here at the junior high. An intense coach there, and one that is well-loved by Spartans that have played for him of all ages. And now Mountain Brook's Logan Brewer with the inbound from Kate Worthen. Thinking about a three, he'll go inside instead and get 2 points. Carter Sabera makes the score for Mountain Brook. Homewood the other direction. I don't know why I continue to be amazed by the great defenses these teams are playing. Not enough there to prevent Sam Griggs from a 2-point layup. Now almost a minute to play in this opening period. Not much stoppage in this game so far. Just a few fouls, maybe 2.
6-point lead for the Spartans right now.
Interesting. They'll call it a block on the Patriots, number 33. Underwood picks up his first of the day.
Who's number 50 for Mountain Brook?
That is Cade Worthen.
The first time he got the ball, he drove the lane and got an easy layup. That time he thought about doing the same thing, but got the block foul instead.
Homewood trying to score here in the final minute of play, but the foul will be called on the Spartans. So instead of a layup, they will get 2 opportunities for single points. That foul will go against the Spartans, number 22, Carter Sabera. So
Carter got a lot of ball. He tried to block the shot. He got a lot of ball, but he got the kid with his body too. Good call by the official. 53 seconds to go. First quarter, 16-10.
Trey Rouse shooting 2. Misses the first one as substitutions for both teams. In comes Brooks King for Mountain Brook. As for the Patriots, Sam Griggs will take a seat.
(16-11). Mountain Brook still with the lead, and they'll have the ball. 53 seconds to work with in this opening quarter of play.
Coach Henricks didn't stay seated long. Now he's up and down on the Spartan bench to our left here in the competition gym at the junior high. Spartans on offense, 40 seconds to go. Inside, then back out. Cade Worthen looking for 2 points. He'll throw it outside, and a 3-point attempt for Logan Brewer is no good. Why not try it again?
Injured player. The official called in timeout for an injured player.
Ooh, the Spartans, number 20, Alex Belt, looking at some sort of knee injury perhaps. He'll run over to Coach Harris, the athletic trainer for the junior high on the side, or on the bench rather.
He fell down. I think he went down just kind of awkwardly. He's walking on and probably okay, but he'll need a minute to get checked out.
In for him for a moment. Edward Reed checks back in for the Mountain Brook Spartans. Now just 20 seconds to go, a 16-11 lead for Mountain Brook. They have the ball and likely the final possession of this first quarter. Rotating around here, final 7 seconds. They'll look for their perfect shot. Cade Worthen throws it up for 2 points, no good. Homewood has it, and that's the expiration of the first quarter of play here at Mountain Brook Junior High School. The Spartans lead 16-11 in a strong opening quarter here at the junior high. Cheerleaders will take the court. We will take a break in the second quarter coming up after this on the Mountain Brook Sports Net. Back at the junior high school, Homewood with the opening possession of the second period here. 16-11, a nice lead for the Mountain Brook Spartans. Jack Royer alongside Mike Royer. Always fun to do a game with Dad. And to be here at all is a 3-point attempt off the start of this one. Trey Rouse gets the first points of this quarter, 16-14, Mountain Brook by 2.
Trey's shot almost touches the beams at the ceiling there. Very high arch on it, but it was good.
Similar one for the Spartans. That's a 3-pointer from Edward Reed. 5:25 to go. Back-to-back 3-pointers just for each team here, 19-14. The score in a battle between the Spartans and the Patriots. Homewood trying to get it across the court. I'm not sure they ever did. And now a steal and a steal back, and Homewood lays it in for 2 from Alex Roy.
Mountain Brook playing a very aggressive man-to-man full-court press. They nearly got a 10-second call. It seemed to me that it was very close to 10 seconds. Stole the ball, but immediately lost it to the one wide-open Homewood kid that took it down and scored. A little tighter now, 3-point lead for Mountain Brook, 19-16.
30-second timeout called by Coach Henricks, and just a great day so far for those guys. So 5:03 to go in the second period, and both coaches intense and ended this game. And, you know, we certainly don't make light of the level of play. These guys are as serious about what they do as the high school. It is uplifting, I guess, to just see. Obviously, there's not the high school basketball pressure at this level, but it's nice to see these guys taking it just as seriously as if this were the NBA.
They're starting earlier than they used to. They're better coached than they used to. And if you looked at my 8th grade tape and these guys, there'd be no comparison. They're so much better and quite a bit bigger, just bigger kids with more skills.
Under 5 to play in the opening half here, the second period, 19-16. Spartans trying to add some to that. Rotating around the arc. And inside for a 2-point attempt. And back and forth there. Peyton Haley tried to throw it up. It will remain the way of the Spartans after some back and forth. Is this the level of the game when fundamentals are taught and emphasized the most? It was in every sport I ever played.
Sure, absolutely. This shot by Mountain Brook, and now back to Homewood. At this level is where you, like I said earlier, you start seeing the skills.
Oh, man. Bounced off his head. He didn't know where it was. It was right on top of him, quite literally. Homewood will recover.
Fortunately, you can't double dribble with your head.
That's true.
But look at him smiling, his mouthpiece showing.
That'll be fun to watch on the tape. Foul will be called on the Spartans, number 34, Andrew Fleming. And you'll forgive me saying the number before every name. It's my PA announcer habit, I guess.
Absolutely.
Or I'm not very good, one or the other.
No.
So the Patriots make some substitutions as in comes Pate Owen to replace number 21, Marcello. Will take a seat.
That was a heady play. Mountain Brook, Homewood was about to let the ball go out of bounds, turned around and hit it off the Mountain Brook kid out of bounds. It was just good thinking. Don't just lose the ball. Figure out a way to keep it, and they maintain possession.
Quite an intimidating student section from the Spartan Junior High today. A variety of apparel and attitudes today. They're down on the Homewood side for this second period. That one will go the way of Mountain Brook.
Appreciate the exuberance of the fans over in that corner.
Sure.
I wonder if they know they can get a technical foul if they interfere with the player or get too close to him. They can get a tech on him.
They may have learned from their older siblings. Three-point attempt and the bottom of the barrel for Carter Sabera. Yeah, they may have learned from their older siblings who are so used to doing this at varsity games and whatnot.
And good coaching, too. Boy, that's an easy basket.
Two-pointer for the Patriots. Give the assist to Trey Rouse. The basket from Alex Roy. And Homewood by no means letting the Spartans run away with this thing quite yet. If they're going to, 22-18.
The one disadvantage to a full court press, if they break it, in other words, if they get by you, you get an easy basket like that. Our guys were coming down man-to-man everybody, but they got the pass down to a wide-open man into the basket. You get burned quickly if your press fails.
To the line for the Patriots, Alex Roy. Will Yarborough checked in for the Spartans, Andrew Fleming on that free throw attempt. Now Mountain Brook back on offense. 4 points ahead of the Patriots with 3:45 to go in the second. Wide open three-point shot. And look at that, Edward Reed.
It's his second one.
Second one of the day for Edward Reed. We'll have complete scores for you coming up in a few moments. It was interesting a moment ago, Homewood couldn't get it across, and it seemed like that was, like you said, nearly 10 seconds. But the Spartans got it away. It ended up, though, in the favor of the Patriots.
Zone defense by Mountain Brook.
Basket would have gone, but before the shot, they'll call a foul on, I believe, Peyton Haley. And it is indeed Peyton Haley.
Marcello Nani 5-for-5 swap.
That's right. Here comes, I believe, the original bench in. Holt Bashinsky checks in for the Spartans, as well as Brooks King. Some players, some names we've already said today. Logan Brewer in, and Patriots will add 2 points to this this tally. It's still a 5-point lead, though, with 3 minutes to go in the second. Logan Brewer outside the arc. Tough defense again from the Patriots.
Homewood set up in a 1-2-2 zone defense. They want to keep people from just driving the lane, and right now they're keeping Mountain Brook outside.
Looking for those open threes they've had a few times today, but can't find it as easily now. You mentioned earlier the age, in your opinion, that guys start to get less nervous around the game. What do you think contributes to that? Just maturity?
Experience, maturity, and confidence.
Sure.
They're well coached. They practice every day. They get confident in their play, and so they quit thinking about whether they're going to fail or not.
Right.
They're going to think about playing the best every time down the floor. Risky pass inbound, stolen by Homewood.
It results in 2 points for the Patriots, now 25-22.
Number 21 hit that basket for Homewood, the point guard.
Marcello Nani, we've mentioned his name a few times today.
There you go.
There
Very
we go.
nice.
Nice play by Cade Worthen. for the layup.
Cade has driven the lane twice like that. For a big man, he moves well. There's that high arching shot again.
That time a bit short, but you're right, he does almost knock a light out in the ceiling.
Look at the big man dribbling up court.
Trying to get it.
He should stop doing that. There we go.
There we go. We'll give that assist to the Spartans. Holt Bashinsky. The basket is Brooks King. Beautiful play there to make it 29-22 Mountain Brook, and now this clock winding down. Of course, you want to take a lead to the locker room. High arch again for the three-point attempt. That one no good as well. Traveling call. He did take that extra step there. Not out of bounds, though. He just tried to avoid doing that.
I'm seeing traveling called more this year. I don't know if people are traveling more or they've changed how they call it a little closer. When a kid takes the ball and starts to dribble, I'm seeing a lot of kids getting called for traveling, moving feet before the ball leaves their hands.
It could have felt like they weren't calling it at some point, but Cade Worthen didn't travel to make that two-point basket and make it 31-22 Spartans. Just over a minute to play in this opening half. Nice hustle by both teams and by Logan Brewer for Mountain Brook.
31-22, Mountain Brook, 9-point lead, 1:07 to go in the first half.
Could be the biggest lead. We think it might be the biggest lead they've had this game as some familiar faces check in. Bo Hubbard back in. He's been a big contributor for the Spartans today, especially on defense.
Whoa, that's going to be a foul. It was a nice effort to steal the ball, but he had his arm inside the arm of the Homewood player and got called for the foul. Mountain Brook last substituted all 5 again. New 5 players in, keeping people fresh.
It's good to see some familiar faces here like Derek Jones, who's recently this year, I believe, been named the new head coach of the Mountain Brook Junior High football team, 7th and 8th grade. A lot of his players play both sports, and he's here to cheer on the Spartans today, who, with some tough defense, will get the ball back. And I call a jump ball on that one. The first of this matchup, and it will be Spartan ball. So that one goes to Mountain Brook. But yeah, Derek Jones in his first year, the first time the Spartans have had a new football head coach in 35 or more years after Greg Morrow retired. But good to see him sitting at the baseline by the entrance watching some of the guys you know play for him. We can only guess Bo Hubbard plays or has played football. And a nice three-point attempt. Credit Carter Sabera with that one. 3 more for the Spartans, and for Carter will have his totals at the half in just 24 seconds. Three-point attempt by Homewood's favorite 3-shooter, Trey Rouse. Oh, and Trey will be the one to commit the foul and send the Spartans' Carter Sabera to the line, shooting 2.
Might be Edward Reed shooting the free throws.
Correct, it is Edward Reed. Two shots rather for Edward Reed, the first good, and the Spartans will sub in some different players. Andrew Fleming will check in for Carter Sabera. Give him a break. Just 16 seconds to play after this one. Lots of familiar faces here. Bill Garner saying hello to some other colleagues in the corner of the gym. That one actually will be touched, I believe, by Homewood last.
Mountain Brook will likely go for one shot here with only 12 seconds to go. They have a 14-point lead, 36-22. That is the biggest lead of the game.
By far, 12 seconds in, ticking away as the Spartans take it across half court. Peyton Haley with it inside to Will Yarborough. Andrew Fleming will have the last shot of this half, and it will fall just short. Homewood will not even try to advance that one. 36-22 is the halftime score, and a great opening half for the Spartans. They'll take a nice lead to the locker room.
Carter Reed and Reed Sabera, both of those young men had multiple threes. I think one had 2, one had 3. Good free throw shooters, and they found the mark in the latter part of that second quarter and built up a very comfortable lead over a very good Homewood team.
We get to say hello to the Mountain Brook Junior High Spartan cheerleaders right now, and as the teams head to the locker room, we'll be back in a moment with the second half of play from Mountain Brook Junior High School.
This is the ice cold Michelle.
Back at Mountain Brook Junior High School, Jack Royer alongside Mike Royer as the Spartans have a nice, comfortable lead over the Patriots as we begin the second half of play at the junior high. 36-22 as this one gets underway for 12 more minutes of basketball, and the Spartans take it the other way off a nice steal. It was a steal for the Patriots, and Mountain Brook can't capitalize on that when the Patriots get it back and try to right that mistake they made a few minutes ago. A three-pointer from their usual shooter, and Trey Rouse can't sink that one. Patriots still trying. Oh man, right in the arms or in the face of Edward Reed. And going back the other way, Mountain Brook trying to get their first points of the half. They do from Peyton Haley.
Peyton Haley gives him a total of 7 points for the game so far.
The scoring leader in the first half was Edward Reed. But Peyton Haley adds to his 5 from the first half. Carter Sabera scored 8 in the first half of play as well. He was a big contributor for the Spartans. Brooks King had 2 in the first. Holt Bashinsky had 3 in the first 12 minutes. Cade Wortham with 6, and Bo Hubbard had 2 points in a great defensive effort before the break. But after the teams emerged from the locker room, another exciting hustle game for both these teams.
Man-to-man defense by Mountain Brook to start the second half.
You were mentioning a moment ago how big some of these players look, and we were just talking about the differences in sizes. This is the period a lot of guys go through a growth spurt. Trey Rouse got the biggest kid on the player, but he certainly makes up for it with his shooting.
The heights they have tonight will be completely different a year from now, and especially 2 years from now. But there's some pretty good-sized boys on this 8th grade basketball team for both teams.
In for the Spartans, Logan Brewer checks in to replace Peyton Haley. Nice round of applause for Peyton. Parents are very supportive here. Patriots looking for a three-point basket. They don't get it. 3 in a row they've missed.
Good hustle by Andrew Fleming with a good rebound there.
Patriots trying to score. He just missed a 3, and he will miss the 2-point basket, but draw the foul off Andrew Fleming rather. Got one word ahead of the other. That's Andrew's second personal foul of the day.
And second of the second half. 38-22, comfortable lead, but there's a lot of basketball to be played yet.
They'll miss the first shot, but Pate Owen will get one more.
You can't teach that, comments like there's a lot of basketball to be played.
That's true. You have a natural gift.
It's years of experience is what it is.
Right. I'm glad you've really been saving these up in your 6-month no-compete period.
Oh, nice pass, nice pass.
Beautiful shot. Bo Hubbard scores 2. That'll make it 4 points on the day for him. And as we said, a great defensive effort. You can't always look in the points column to see who's contributed in these games.
Something else you can't do when you score against this Homewood team, you better get back quickly.
3-point basket. No good for the Patriots, and the Spartans take it the other way. Slow down a bit here. They'll slow it down.
On all these missed shots, neither team is just dribbling it up and setting up an offense. They're going hard to the other end. Very fast pace. Hello.
No call on a slap in the face and during a 3-point attempt, Edward Reed. We've heard refs say before there are sometimes make-up calls. That one will not be one of them as the foul is called on Bo Hubbard. That is third personal foul of this game.
Full court, man-to-man press by Mountain Brook.
Don't want to get in foul trouble in this game with one of your biggest defenders. Now Bo Hubbard with 3 on the day. Tight defense from the Spartans. They'll throw up a 3, won't get it. Now whose ball is it? Bo Hubbard grabs it for the Spartans. Into Logan Brewer. Over to Holt Bashinsky, and 2 points added to the board. Now a 20-point lead for the Spartans, and this one's gotten away from the Patriots quick. They're still looking for some points here. 5 threes missed by the Patriots in this half.
You might see a timeout pretty quickly from the Homewood coach. After giving up a basket, they come down and just take their first shot without really running any kind of a set offense. Most coaches don't like to see that.
2:30 to go in the third quarter. Spartans have expanded their lead to 20 points. Same rules apply here. A 30-point lead would mean a running clock in the fourth quarter, just like in high school. And now Coach Hendricks will give this team, these players a break and substitute 5 in a moment.
Mountain Brook showing some patience with their ball possession that time. Edward Reed, number 12, who's hit several three-point shots, had an open shot for a moment, but defender got on him quickly, and instead of taking a bad shot, he passed it off, and it paid off as Mountain Brook inbounds underneath their own basket.
Peyton Haley will throw it into Carter Sabera. That one will be out again on the Patriots, so same thing once more.
Look up, and it's a 20-point lead for Mountain Brook, 2:18 to go in the third quarter. It's 42-22.
Sabera inbound to, Sabera will get the inbound, that is. Not sure, I don't think Homewood has scored. And that one, Mountain Brook's Peyton Haley adds 3 points to this lead, 45-22. And as we said, has missed 5 three-point attempts and looking for, I believe, their first points of this third quarter.
And Mountain Brook not letting up. Full court man-to-man defense that time caused another turnover by Homewood, and Mountain Brook keeps the ball with a 23-point lead. Defense
Intensifying from the Patriots here. Three-point attempt from the corner is good for the Spartans from Carter Sabera. He has at least 10 points. We don't want to say for certain. I believe he scored a few more.
They were playing a very sticky man-to-man full-court press. They really had the Homewood kid in trouble, but they got a little too aggressive in trying to steal the ball, commit a foul. It's only the first team foul for Mountain Brook in the second half, and so Homewood will inbound from the side.
Peyton Haley committed that foul, rather, and now, as you said, Homewood will throw it in. Spartans with a nice steal, and Will Yarborough won't let that go down.
Oh my goodness.
Up and around in the basket. Peyton Haley adds 2, and now 50 points to Homewood's 22.
I put an asterisk by that basket. That was the coolest layup yet. Another steal here.
Spartans not done yet.
Wow.
That's a tough competition for the coolest basket. Will Yarborough scores 2 and forces the Homewood coach to call a timeout. So some coaching opportunities here after 2 terrific baskets.
I think the Homewood kids may have got a little rattled there. A really artsy shot, a kind of a fancy layup shot, and they stepped out of bounds and inbounded quickly. Mountain Brook stole it, came down and scored again.
Full timeout taken by Homewood. Plenty to talk about, I'm guessing, in 60 seconds here after those two. And you don't want to let this game get away from you. And I know at this level, a big lead like this is hard to come back from when you just get discouraged at a certain point. But the game's not over yet.
You never want to say it's over, but a 30-point lead late in the third quarter is pretty comfortable. I think you'll just see a lot of substitution. I think Mountain Brook will stay fresh. They'll stay in their man-to-man full-court defense, I imagine, full-court press, because there's no reason not to. Just keep the pressure on them. Don't let anything happen where they start getting confident or starting to think they can come back against this big, big lead.
1:25 to go in the third period here, 52-22. A 30-point lead for Mountain Brook. Homewood trying to score and cut into this 30-point lead. And the foul will be called on Carter Sabera. That'll be his third of the day. 5-1, Spartans have more fouls than the Patriots now, but whatever they're doing, it's gotten them a 30-point lead over the Patriots.
Hope Bashinsky back in the game for Mountain Brook. One-two-two zone defense. But the big man plays man-to-man on their big man, so it's kind of a soft zone defense.
3 points up and away, no good.
Oh, they'll get him for being on his back. 33 tried to rebound over the shorter Mountain Brook player, but he reached right over his back, and they'll call that almost every time.
Underwood commits the foul. It'll be Spartan ball. They'll try to run the clock here heading into the fourth period. If they can do so and maintain this 30-point lead, they'll have 6 actual minutes to play in this final quarter, regardless of timeouts, anything like that. A three-pointer there would have been nice, but it will bounce over the end. And he'll get 3 shots, actually, after he was fouled.
So much for playing for the final shot. They had 58 seconds to do it, which is quite a bit of time. And
sure.
He was wide open, was Holt Bashinsky. Got fouled, so he'll get 3. free throws.
That'll make it 31 points for Mountain Brook. Nice day for them so far.
Want to watch and see if a kid has been practicing. See how easy he shoots that free throw, and he's hit them both. Same motion, exactly the same on both of them. He'll make the, I don't know if he'll make this third one, but watch the same motion. Dribble once, look, same motion. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Former Spartan great Patrick Kime, and now Auburn, we say walk-on, but he's been playing a good bit for Bruce Pearl on the Plains, but he used to tell me that if he is missing a shot in a game, he'll stop practicing that shot because practice for him just was drilled into his routine and his brain, and he just said he quit practicing shots he was missing because it ended up doing more harm than good. So to make your point, that's an interesting point.
Patrick got into the game against Alabama the other night.
He did.
It's got to be fun playing for Bruce Pearl. No matter
man.
how many minutes you get just being around him and his enthusiasm, I'm glad for Patrick to be on that team.
A different kind of intensity than some basketball coaches. Coach Henrich's more the quiet type. He doesn't scream, he doesn't yell, but Coach Henrich's very intense on these guys, as he has been for a long time. With the final 20 seconds come the premature 3-2-1 counts from the student section, trying to draw these Homewood guys to shoot. Spartans now have 10 seconds before a running clock in the fourth quarter. Trying to do it. I hope I didn't speak too soon. Clock will stop at 6 seconds as the foul will be called on, I believe, Mountain Brook. Correction, that'll be on Homewood. Sam Griggs committed that one.
Reached right across his arms. Not in the penalty yet, so inbound the ball.
Mountain Brook will get to throw it in. Look for their final points of this one. 3-point attempt just over the basket. Won't matter though. No one will remember an air ball in the end of the third period, as we will have 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, and we mean 6 real-time minutes. This clock will run for the remainder of the game. Jack Royer, Mike Royer back at Mountain Brook Junior High School as the what just happened there? Why did the officials set the ball down on the ground and allow Mountain Brook to run over?
The ref wanted him to inbound it. There was no one there, and they set the ball down, and it starts his 5-second count. If you don't pick it up, it's your fault.
That's funny. Well, they got it in time, and now as we set a running clock in the fourth quarter, we will finish this game in the next 5.5 minutes.
And we're going to run the clock a little bit here, it looks like. Just playing pass around here for a little while.
Just a game of practice for Coach Henrichs and the 8th grade Spartans. The first game of, as we said, a doubleheader. These games we assume will be seen separately perhaps, but just to give you an idea of this game atmosphere, this is the first of 2 games, and the first game often draws a big crowd like this one has late in the game. As Mountain Brook is not done scoring points, there's Cade Worthen to add 2 more, 56-22. Call this lead comfortable if you've ever seen it before. Carter Sabera will enter the game for Mountain Brook, as will Holt Bashinsky.
He was called for the foul. Carter Sabera got a personal foul there on the inbounds play. And now Holt Bashinsky comes into the game, as you said, Jack. As you so accurately said.
To the line for the Patriots is Trey Rouse, who's able to hit a lot from beyond the arc. And with that high arc in his shot, will miss his free throw. And the clock ran through that one. We blew 45 seconds of this one away, just getting set up and shooting 1 free throw. Some people told me this would be a close game. They told me these games are so intense we'd play more on the clock. I must have had bad information from whoever told me that.
As he looks at his cameraman.
Yes.
I guess this is our 34-point lead offense here. Just work the ball around. You don't want to rub it in by just trying to score a lot, but if they break down and don't guard you, you're going to take a shot.
I want to give some credit to the student section for reining it in a bit as the team got a bigger and bigger lead. You won't see that at the higher level. They don't care what the scoreboard says.
In fact, they'll taunt you all the way to the locker room.
Absolutely.
The coaching staff at Mountain Brook has to be very pleased with this. I'm sure they expected a competitive game, which it's been, but expected it to be a much closer game as well.
Nothing to complain about, really, if you're a Mountain Brook fan. Of course, always things to improve on, but this team showed up and showed out today. 2 points for the Spartans. Holt Bashinsky underneath the goal.
you sort of lulled them to sleep. I'm not sure Homewood has scored this half. I don't think they scored in the third quarter and haven't gotten a shot away to count for this one. Another steal by Mountain Brook.
It was 22 points for Homewood at the half. I think it was 35-22 at halftime. Homewood is yet to score a point in this game.
If I were Homewood, I would come down, set an offense, and just tell anyone open to shoot. You don't want to go through a second half and not score a basket.
21, Nani commits this foul. That sends Cade Worthen to the line with 2 shots.
A couple young men checking in for Homewood, number 5 and number 54, if you have names, Jack.
Andrew Rowdy comes in, and that's number 5, number 54. Felix Sykes. That's always a cool name, I think, is Felix.
They're going to get a little playing time. This game is certainly out of hand. Clock continues to run. 58-22, Mountain Brook in the lead.
Drops that one. It wouldn't matter if he didn't. 59-22 is the score. And the Spartans on the verge of eclipsing 60 points in this matchup. In a game where their Metro South opponent has not scored for going on 10 minutes in the second half.
And that would be my goal if I was Homewood. We're going to get a basket. One way or another, we're going to get one. But Mountain Brook is playing tough defense, stealing the ball there, battle for the ball. Out of bounds on Mountain Brook, so Homewood will inbound the ball. Minute 40 to go, clock running. I kind of wanted to get a basket.
You got to root for that, right?
Yeah, let's get a basket in the second half. Man-to-man defense by Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook will set this pass-around offense, but if they feel the defense is kind of relaxed, they'll try to drive the lane like that. Try to look for an open shot, but they're not looking to try to run up the score.
1 minute remaining in this contest, 59-22 the score. Spartans just shy of 60 points. Homewood looking for their first points of this half. They've got 50 seconds either way to do it. After the game, we'll talk to Coach Henricks and some of the standout players on this matchup, although this has been a team effort for the Spartans to get to 59 points. That everybody has contributed, and a lot of guys have gotten to play.
When you talk to the coach, ask him about the similarities we see between this game and the high school. Very aggressive defense. I guess you'd want that at any level. Lots of substitutions. Is he preparing these kids for Bucky McMillan up the street? It'll be interesting to see if they talk and communicate about that.
We think the answer to that is yes at every sport in Mountain Brook. You can see those comparisons, but we will ask Coach Henricks in about 10 seconds here. Spartans could add some points here. They'll maybe throw up one last-ditch attempt. It won't matter. The clock will run out, and the Spartans will go home with a 59-22 win, and that one's got to be sweet over the Homewood Patriots.
I wish there was a way I could get to the coach before you and tell him I'll give him $10 if when you ask that question he says, Bucky who?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a great answer from the junior high
That
coach.
name is a familiar one around here.
I don't think you'll get that answer.
No, I would be surprised at that. We will talk to Coach Henricks and some of the Spartans that contributed to the 59-22 win over the Patriots in a moment on the Mountain Brook Sports Net. Back at Mountain Brook Junior High School after an incredible win, a fourth quarter running clock for the Spartans against the Homewood Patriots. And I'm here with Holt Bashinsky and Peyton Haley. Peyton, the leading scorer. Holt, a tremendous contributor to this game today. What went into this effort? What went into keeping the Patriots scoreless in the second half?
Good defense in the second half and more aggressive.
Looks like you guys play as a unit, and you can't say that out of a lot of teams in the Metro South, but I know it's contributed to your success.
Yeah, it definitely talking on defense and knowing where we are on offense has definitely helped.
Peyton, a big contributor on offense. You had 12 points in this game. That was the leading score for the Spartans. What do you say about this team effort and team win?
Sharing the ball on offense. We got each other good looks, and on defense, integrity and locking up.
I could tell if he wasn't standing behind you that Coach Henricks was your head coach after the things you said, and Coach is here to talk to us now. Coach, step over here with me so we make sure we're in the shot good. What do you have to say about this team win today?
We played really well. I was proud of our defense. I think we were more aggressive than we have been. We've played aggressive at times when we've had our back against the wall, but not on a consistent basis. And that's what we're trying hard to do going into the tournament, and I think we did today. And then offense, once we get rolling, knocking down some shots, it goes fast and furious, and it's a lot of fun.
We know these guys, some of them getting ready to play other sports. A lot of them will go on to play for Coach McMillan at the high school. Is this just part of a system that prepares these guys for the next level, or are you focused on the next game here every time?
Well, it's definitely a program. Coach McMillan and the other coaches at the high school have come down and helped put in the system, helped me get more familiar with what they do. So we're just trying to get it rolling at the 7th and 8th grade level so it's an easier transition when they get to the high school.
Congratulations on a great team win.
Thank you very much.
A big day for the Spartans, a great celebration for them now after keeping Homewood scoreless in the second half here at the junior high. A great team win for Mountain Brook. And that's it for this broadcast of 8th grade basketball. I'm Jack Royer saying good night and go Spartans.